Hi everyone, I'm Medha Agarwal, a partner at Redpoint. I recently published a market map of the fintech landscape. Today, I'm continuing to break down the segments, diving into data aggregation and normalization. Data aggregation and normalization infrastructure companies connect into a sector of businesses and make their user data accessible via API to their customers. Some examples include banking data. That's been most famously affiliated with Plaid. Others include payroll and accounting, to name a few. This could be consumer data like banking balances or transaction histories, or it could be business P&L or accounting data. As you know, I'm a big believer in the need for more fintech infrastructure to make building in this space easier. This category in particular has really taken that to heart. There's been a ton of exciting innovation and startup activity, but now there's so many companies in each subsegment doing really similar things, and I think we're going to see significant consolidation in the coming year or two. Some companies in this sector have built direct connections with the businesses they are pulling data from, like banks, payroll providers, etc. The reality is that the vast majority of them have not, either because the time investment or because these vendors don't want to allow it. That means there's often a fair amount of screen scraping and other kind of auto-magical activity happening behind the scenes to successfully retrieve the data. If these connections break frequently or the companies do not have broad coverage of providers, it's likely not worth using. Companies that are going to win need the breadth and depth required, otherwise the user experience will suffer. Rudder is pulling business, e-commerce, and accounting data. Column Tax is doing that for consumer tax, and Nova Credit is focused on immigrants to the US and their international information. I'm excited for this paradigm to be applied to other large and broad use cases, particularly for B2B. I've been obsessed with this idea of B2B data and companies that are finding interesting and relevant data on businesses and offering it up to their customers in a digestible, easy to use way. I want industries to accept that data aggregation normalization is good for the ecosystem and for them to enable direct connections into their products. Easier access and better data helps everyone in many ways, and it even drives relevance and stickiness for the companies providing the data at the end of the day. It may mean that it's driving down revenue for a specific work stream, but I think overall, I'm a strong believer that more connections into a company are going to create more opportunity for monetization in the long term. I think we've seen that with banking and we'll continue to see it in other industries.